I think we have about like more than 5 million of undocumented foreigners, because I think the quota, let me not just say about more than 3 million of Zimbabweans, I can guarantee that they're in this country. More than 3 million of Zimbabweans which are undocumented are in this country. So just ponder that for a minute, internalize that for a minute. And then on top of that, you have the Congolese, you have the Nigerians, you have the Cameroonians, you have the Bangladesh, the Indians, the Pakistans, every country you can think of around the world, you will find the citizens of that country in this country, be it documented or undocumented. And then you move, and then again, ANC is not doing anything about it. In fact, they are actually making things worse by opening another gate for foreign nationals to have access to free education, free healthcare, free social service, everything that like the citizens of South Africans should be having right now. As much as it's so limited, South Africans, there's so much poor service delivery in South Africa, but then as limited as it is, ANC want us to share these limited resources with people that are not documented. Make sense. That will never make sense to me, because sometimes I wonder, does actually ANC or these countries, or are they involved in some dealings with these countries? Like now they are conflicted. Now they have to like literally like sell out their citizens, and just to make a room for the citizens of other countries, of other countries. Because right now we have our South Africans who are paying tax, and tax, one thing, when you are paying tax, you should be getting something in return. You should be getting something in return in terms of service delivery, the road being proper and such things. But then our roads are like, there's potholes are in our roads. The robots are not working on the road. There's so much things that are lacking in this country, but then ANC still want us to share those limited resources with other people that are not documented, and it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Hence, since I've been saying that, like, this country is literally going into like a shithole. This country is going to a shithole, and we need someone that's going to rescue this country, because the ANC is not going to rescue this country. No, there's no one. The ANC is not going to rescue this country. DA is not going to rescue this country. MK is not going to rescue this country, and EFF is not going to rescue this country, because all of these four parties that I mentioned, none of them are interested in the issue of illegal immigration. They're not. Like I said in my last video, you have ANC. I mean, since Thabo Mbeki, they've been trying to this thing of Pan-Africanism, and also even after, yes, Thabo Mbeki is long gone, but then even after the days of Thabo Mbeki, they're the one that like didn't do anything about our borders. Our borders are literally like non-existent, and they continue to allow, and also implementing these policies that are so inclusive of foreign undocumented foreign national. Like literally, like just now, the Bella bill in allowing foreign national undocumented foreign national and kids to access public schools, and making it official for them to access the public schools, as if like they were not able to access public schools before. But like now, they literally had it in black and white. It's there, it's signed, and right now, don't be surprised if you go to a South African public school and you find people speaking a different language or with a different access. I mean, it's so bizarre. It's crazy. You can't make these things up. Honestly, like these people are trying to. Okay, I'm diverting a bit. Okay, let's go back to this, and then. Again, you have DA saying, no, let's document these people. These people are already in the country. There's nothing that we can do about it. Let's just document them. Let's just document them. I mean, that's so crazy that like when you think of that, there's South Africans who still don't have identities in South Africa. The South Africans who have their identities stolen. South Africans who are struggling to have IDs, but then when you want to document these people and regularize them in the country, a country that like has home affairs that is, yes, maybe it's time to get back to normality, but then you need to prioritize, make sure that like those people that like South Africans who don't have IDs and those things, make sure that like you help them first before you're going to try to document people that like should not even be in this country to start with. I'm done with DA. You're gonna go, and also DA is so conflicted. Remember that DA they still believe in slave wages. They still because they know that they need those foreign nationals because they're going to offer them slave wages and overwork them. That's why ADA don't want foreign nationals to leave this country. Like, I can see through them. And then we have MK. I thought MK, because like dominated by Zulu people, and I know Zulu people don't really want foreign nationals. They're very, because even when you go back in the xenophobic attack, most of these attacks were led by Zulu people. But then it was like all people of South Africa, but then mostly was dominated by Zulu people. But then again, you have the MK, which literally just roped in the most Pan-Africanist person, or the second most Pan-African person in the country, in Floyd Shivambu. Floyd Shivambu obviously is, and it also was very, very important or integral in the signing of the manifestos of going forward. It's going to be very important in signing of making of manifestos of MK, the policies of MK, everything, the direction is very, very integral in the direction that MK is taking right now. So forget about MK. If you're South African and you voted for MK and you're hoping that they will do something about foreign nationals, forget about it. They're not gonna do anything about it. So just forget about it. Forget about it. And then again, you have EFF, notoriously known for prioritizing African nationals than South Africans. You know, the owner, Julius Malema, he's dying on the hill of, hey, dog, you're not gonna turn me against my African brothers. You're never gonna turn. You can tell me about. I don't mind turning against South Africans, but then I'm not turning my back against my African brothers. So you can see like the top four parties that like, if ANC falls apart, they're the one that potentially can lead South Africa. All these four parties, they don't prioritize South Africans. They don't have the interest of South Africans at heart. They don't care about South Africans, because I just feel like, yes, you had Patriotic Alliance. Patriotic Alliance is